Whew. This is hard to bring up, but yung Petronovela, and I will only say this, Petronovela is not just negative, it also can also mean positive, but yung first game ng Petron, I mean, they lost Chris Lutz in their very first game in the Commissioner's Cup. I don't know what is with this team na parang di sila nauubusan ng poproblemahin. There's some, I don't know, some sort of jinx. I mean, they already have Ronaldo Balkman, who by far has the most impressive resume among all the imports. And still, you know, they're still having problems. Your thoughts about the first game of Petron?
The thing that jumps out of me is when the player who led all Filipinos in the statistical race in the Philippine Cup fails to play in your first five, I think there's something wrong. When Arwin Santos did not play for that starting lineup, I literally could not understand what was happening. I mean, why not play Arwin Santos?
Is he sharing the same position as Balkman, or does it even matter?
Well, Arwin in that game was playing 3 and 4, so they were using him at both positions.
And then the other problem is they played a global port team without an import for what? A quarter and a half. And they still failed to register the win. So,
yes.
Hindi masaya yung Petronovela.
Yun nga, no, sa next season ng Petronovela, ang ganda nung season start, ano yun? Season premiere.
Primer.
Yung
Pilot.
pinaka-premiere ng season. Talagang yung storylines, it's the same storyline.
Yeah.
From before, and I think in that game, the worst thing that happened was yung import ng kalaban getting thrown out. Diba? Parang, yun pa yung parang naging kampante yung players ng Petron. Wala nang import yung kabila. Parang lalo pang nag-relax.
Yun yung basa mo.
Parang the worst thing that happened in that game is nawalan pa ng
Because
import
nagkaroon ng
kalaban.
battle cry si Global Port. And nagkaroon ng reason to, as you said,
Medyo relax.
Umumpante
Yeah.
si Petron. Okay, Petronovela.
I'm not gonna say anything that would motivate them or whatever.
No. I mean, just I guess in a way we're sort of commiserating also. I mean, I feel bad for their fans. The things that they have to parang go through. Tapos first game of the conference and then they lose a player.
Because look, even Marshall Lassiter
He's
is
hurt.
out. He hasn't really done anything for Petron since he got there. It's because he's always been injured, and I don't know, that's just bad luck. And now your other most promising wing player, Chris Lutz, just got injured in the very first game of the season, and I was really worried for him because, you know, we're good friends. He was our player before, and I saw him really holding his rib in the game that bad. And
Apparently,
he was in pain.
he hurt the rib on the last practice, the day before.
His teammate hit him.
And then yun, na re-aggravate lang, or natuluyan.
Yeah, and we
Right
talked for a bit, and he was really down. And just the fact that happens to them, like your two best wing players. Although I think Marshall will be back soon, but you know, lots of questions how they're gonna rotate their players. We saw a little different look this time. They played 2 point guards together, Lanete and Cabagnot. So you know, medyo I think Coach Austin's still trying to figure out the right balance, the right rotation.
They're still trying to figure out what their identity is. Is it a Junmar team? Is it a guard-oriented team? Is it really relying on the wings? They're still, I can't tell. Kasi they're stacked in every position. Hindi mo pa rin malaman kung ano ba talaga yung character ng team na yan.
Do you get frustrated for the players?
I think so. Just because even last conference, everyone thought they'd be a powerhouse team.
Yeah, I thought, no doubt.
They still are a powerhouse team.
Exactly. Now they failed in the Philippine Cup, and now it's starting again. So it has to be frustrating for the players.
Although, I mean, it's only the first game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's only the first
just one game. Everybody has a bad game. I thought Balkman did okay. I think he just got hurt a bit for a while down the stretch. But you know, it's one game. It's too early to tell.
Pero how huge yung nawala si Lutz? Because he's gonna be gone for a while.
Well, Joseph Yo's a good player. Ronald Tubit will get more minutes. Joseph Yo, he can play, he can contribute, no doubt. If Marshall goes back, you know, it might not be as big a loss, but no doubt Chris Lutz would help the team a lot. And it's just sad that he got hurt. But I mean, they've got so many players in that team. Anybody can play.
And Coach Olsen has said, even in the Philippine Cup, that Petron is a better team when they have players injured. Because they're a star-studded team, and when you take one player out, you declog it, you give extra minutes to the people who don't get minutes, and maybe it'll work out.
puts some pressure on Balkman also. I mean, everyone knows. He knows na siya yung pinaka...
Mabigat yung pangalan Matol. Nasama pa siya doon sa team na almost every single guy in the lineup in the world of basketball is a household name. Wala silang player na, nandiyan pala yan. Di ba? Yun yung dati pa natin inanod na role players na magugulat ka. Diyan pala siya naglalaro. All the way down the order. Tapos pati import mo, grabbing credentials. I think not just si Kay Balkman, the coaching staff right now, the pressure will be mounting, will start to mount. If they don't bounce back in a big way, not just a 1-point win or in their next game, which is Sanmig, they have to bounce back in a huge way. They have to stamp their class right now. Otherwise, the pressure will continue to mount.
They've got, because as you said, they've got all the tools they need to win, and no doubt's a lot of pressure. But to answer your question, I don't feel bad for them. I went through a season where we won one game. You should feel bad for us.
I'm sorry.